Babylon is the colloquial term that the Bible gives for the world's ruling empire. It is the archetype for the Antichrist's kingdom. Nimrod's Babel was first. Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon came afterward. Rome was Babylon during the time of Christ. Peter calls Rome Babylon in 1 Peter 5:13. Rome sat throughout the known world, the same as Babylon had done before it, both through military and economics. Who today sits in other countries today? Who is the hammer of this world? Jeremiah 51. Who is the police of this world? Who sits upon different cultures? Who sits upon many waters, peoples, multitudes, tongues, and nations? Revelation 17. Who sits in Japan? Who sits in Korea? What nation sits in Europe? Does this nation have the most respected entrepreneurs? Revelation 18. Did this nation make the world rich? Revelation 18. Does this nation have the largest military in human history? So much so that the world questions whether or not it could be brought to destruction. Jeremiah 50. Not Jerusalem. Babylon comes and goes throughout history. Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, or Nimrod's Babel, however you want to look at it, was the first Babylon. All other incarnations are daughters of Babylon, just like different generations of Israel are called daughters of Zion. Of course, there are overlapping empires in the Bible and throughout history, such as the Assyrians. We sometimes have a problem seeing the forest through the trees. The Bible is oftentimes double-stacked with what is being said. Christians need to be taught this in order to see what else is being said in Scripture. An example of this would be John 5:43. ESV. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not receive me. If another comes in his own name, you will receive him. This is usually passingly read as accepting anyone in their own authority but not Jesus, which is true, but what is not seen is that this is a prophecy of the one who comes in his own name, the Antichrist. The comparison Jesus gives is of the Christ, God's, and the Antichrist, the devil's. Jesus was rejected, killed by the world. The Antichrist will be accepted. Likewise, Revelation 17 and 18 are double-portioned. The scriptures speak of both Babylon and Mystery Babylon, the final Babylon. The references given throughout the two chapters are fitting of both historical in nature and present. As we are now in the end, both 17 and 18 are present, but the descriptions given of Babylon are archaic in nature, such as the type of music, etc. Arabs pitching a tent would be archaic. This appears to be fulfilling as present also, for Babylon now seems to be interested in territory that is up to Jerusalem. Call some of the verses hyperbole, and in one way they are, but in another they are tangible in definition. The verses both explain the fate and destruction of Babylon and the daughters thereof, and the last of the Babylons, Mystery Babylon, which I contend is the United States. Rome fits all the verses of Revelation 17 and 18, with the exception of its type of destruction. Rome sat throughout Egypt, Europe, upon Israel, etc. Rome was the ruling city of this empire, and so on. Today, the United States sits in Europe, sits upon many waters, Japan, Korea, etc. America, verbatim, fits the description, narratives, scriptures, prophecy of Babylon. Revelation 17 and 18 are speaking in general about the Babylons and their end. No more Babylons. At the same time, Revelations 17 and 18 are speaking specifically about the last Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the United States. Jerusalem is not Mystery Babylon. Jerusalem is and never was a world empire. It's just the opposite actually, as Jerusalem has been occupied historically. We know that through Scripture that Jerusalem will be the ruling city of the day of rest, 1,000-year reign of Christ millennium. Jerusalem will not cease to exist, as there will be a new one, whereas the Babylons and daughters thereof will cease and be no more. Both Rome and actual Babylon in Iraq have already held the title. It would be no mystery for them to be the end times, Babylon